Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. Alright, so the new episode of Gravity Falls came out, not what it seems, and this episode was just crazy. I don't know if it's gonna keep going for like 10 more episodes. I thought it was gonna be a bit different, but the ending, okay, I'm not gonna spoil it till the very end, and if y'all don't want spoilers, then please click off this video. Okay, so the episode starts off with Stan, fixing the portal and pretty much just like glowing all kinds of colors, and then it's just coming together, and then there's a countdown to it, right? And then at the beginning, it's like I think it was like 18 hours, I'm pretty sure, and then so pretty much, I think after that, yeah, after that, uh, th- they were hanging out, Stan and Dipper and Mabel, and they was just hanging out, having a good time, and then pretty much he was about to tell them about some things and stuff like that. And so, but then he didn't, and then he's like just worrying about what would happen. And oh my gosh, it's just so crazy. Like I thought it wasn't gonna be true. I thought it was a false theory or something like that. I thought Alex Hirsch was gonna prove it wrong, but it was, and I'm pretty sure you guys know the theory that I'm talking about. But oh my gosh, we finally know who the author is in this episode. It's crazy. Okay, so he's um okay, so he's talking to Dipper and Mabel. He leaves because he just can't, talk to them right then and there. And then so he gets ambushed by the government guys who come back. And then so they pretty much like go about the whole house and then they lock it up and everything. They take the kids somewhere. I don't know. They were just driving, but pretty much they take Stan to jail and they pretty much accused him of stealing some kind of fluid. It was pretty funny too. Like when they were looking at the security camera, like he was about to swear, but then they kind of censored it by fast forwarding. But we'll get to that later. Okay, so I had a feeling Bill was gonna be in this episode, but I guess not. And the funny thing is that after this video I'm making, I was gonna do a who's the author's theory or something like that, but now we pretty much know what it is, so that's pretty much out the window. But yeah, so Grunkle Stan is taken to the an interrogation place, and they're pretty much like just accusing him of like stealing, of lying, and all these other kinds of crimes that he committed. And so, um, while he's at the interrogation office place, he calls Zeus, and then he pretty much knows like that he got caught by the police and stuff like that. Zeus knows, and then so he went to go get some panic food. But then Stan tells him to go back to the mystery shack and to guard the safe, to guard the vending machine because that's his secret room, his secret lab and stuff like that. And then so he goes and he rushes over there, and then while the device, the portal is counting down, gravity is like changing and stuff like that. McGucket's like leaving town and stuff like that, but that's pretty much it. That's all we get of him. And then so pretty much they're at the interrogation office. Time is ticking, and then so Grunkleson has to get to the portal by the time it's activated because he needs to do something there, which we'll get to later. So pretty much, he escapes the interrogation office by the gravity shifts, and so he uses that to his advantage, and he escapes, and then he tricks them into following a cab so that then they don't follow him back to the mystery shack. And then when we're at the mystery shack, Dipper and Mabel are trying to get to the vending machine, but Zeus won't let them because he was ordered to guard the vending machine. And so eventually they type in the code to the vending machine. And before I get even further into it, um, before that, one of the agents guys was telling Dipper and Mabel like you can't trust your uncle and stuff like that. And then Dipper was kind of just like thinking about it, like, nah, like that can't be true and stuff like that. And so they get back to the mystery shack, and then so pretty much the government, like, they had this evidence of him stealing stuff from a security camera, and so that's what Dipper and Mabel are gonna do. Go to the security camera again and try to find some good evidence and prove that it wasn't him. And so they went to it, and then they were wrong. Like, it was him the whole time. But not only that, but they were looking through like some files, and it was crazy. Like Stan, he has like a whole bunch of secret identities and stuff like that, a whole bunch of other crimes he committed, like dozens of different names. There was even one report saying that he was dead in like a newspaper or something like that. I mean, we don't know if that was true or not or whatever, but yeah, pretty much that happened. And so yeah, we go back to the vending machine, and they're going through the vending machine. Now, I thought that Zeus knew about what was behind the vending machine, but apparently he didn't. And so they were going through there, and they were just wondering, like, what all this stuff is, what's going on, and whatnot. And so they go through the vending machine, they go down the elevator, and then they find his lab, and then they're just like looking at everything. They're just like, wait, what? And stuff like that. And then they're thinking like, no, this can't be the Stan we know, and stuff like that. And then Dipper gets kind of mad because, um, uh, Grunkle Stan had like all the journals there, and then he just like got mad at Grunkle Stan and stuff like that. And so like they pretty much tried to shut down the portal because they found out that if the portal was activated, then it would like just destroy the whole world, the whole universe, and stuff like that. So they had to try to shut it down. So they used the codes from the book and stuff like that to shut it down. They had to switch some keys, and then and then it finally came down to the big lever. But before they could push it, Grunkle Stan comes in, and it just got really dramatic at this part. But yeah, so they're about to shut it down, but then Grunkle Stan comes in, and then he's like telling them no, don't do it, and stuff like that. And so they pretty much fight Grunkle Stan, Dipper, and Zeus, and they're pretty much trying to not let him, make the portal active and stuff like that. So pretty much they're fighting, and then Grunkle Stan was just saying like what he was gonna say to them earlier, and he was saying like he's not really a bad guy, and like everything he's been doing was like for them and stuff like that. And so they were like very close to pushing the lever, but then Dipper was saying like no, don't trust Grunkle Stan, he's bad. And so Mabel had to choose between Grunkle Stan and Dipper's belief, and then so it's pretty much he chose Grunkle Stan's, and then the timer counted down to 0, and then once it did, the whole town just got like destroyed. Everything was in shambles. It was just crazy. The gravity went back to normal, and then everything fell. The portal was somewhat broken. It was still glowing and stuff like that, but I don't know if it was still active. But here's where the big stuff comes, right? Okay, so pretty much what happens, like there's dust everywhere, there's smoke and stuff like that, and then this guy comes out of the portal, and then it looks fairly similar to Grunkle Stan, and that's because here's a spoiler, guys. It's possibly Stan Lee. They didn't say his name, but they pretty much said like when he came out of the portal, Gungo Stan like said it was the author, my brother. So yeah, that pretty much confirmed that theory about Grunkle Stan having a like secret twin brother Stanley. And so I'm just like going crazy right now. Like we finally know who the author is and all that good stuff. But then it's just what else I I'm just like speechless, man. It was crazy. Like I had no idea that this theory would be true, but it was, and it's just amazing. I can't wait to see what happens in the next episodes, and I wonder what Bill's gonna do and all that stuff. Because I was hoping that he would be in this episode, but apparently not. But yeah, as far as everything else goes, I'm pretty sure that's mostly everything except for the codes at the end, like the little secret codes at the end. But yeah, man, I just cannot wait for this next episode of Gravity Falls, man. Finally know who the author is, know all the journals and all that stuff. It's just crazy, guys. Silver Sun is out.